Well, this is again the facade of the feather serpent pyramid. This is one segment, complete set of the feather serpent from the head to the tail. Here you see a feather serpent head. It's no doubt about that. It's very clear because this image continues until the Aztec time. And we know very much about what the feather serpent pyramid, feather serpent means. It's a symbol, the deity who brought the time, this world, and related to calendar systems very much. And that was the image that you see here, the head, and continue with the body filled with feather, and continue his body and finish here with the tail of rattlesnake. No doubt about that. And you see again here the image of shells, the conch shells, spiral shells. So that means the watery underworld. The feather serpent is moving in the underworld, watery underworld. But here is another very enigmatic head that other people interpret as Tlaloc or other deities. But we think that we conclude that this was a representation of headdress, actually. Headdress here in Teotihuacan is very important as a symbol of power. I can explain why we think this was a headdress. We have many examples of the headdress representation, very similar to this, but this one is some kind of special headdress, because headdress carry the image of one monster-like head here that we call Xipactli in Aztec time. It means the monster. The image is used very much as calendar signs, first days, representing the beginning of time. And you see here the creature, the monster representation in the form of the headdress with fangs here. And you see under the headdress representation of the nose pendant. It's no doubt about that. This is a representation of the nose pendant, the bar and the four fangs under the bar. We have archaeologically the nose pendant like this, exactly the same form. And if this one is just animals, you can't expect nose pendant inside of his mouth. This one is no doubt about that. This one represents the headdress. It's a combination of the headdress and the special type of nose pendant. Feather serpent carries on his body the representation of the headdress with nose pendant of special type. This animal represents the beginning of time, beginning of the period or cycle, new cycle. That's the symbol of the power in Teotihuacan iconography. Supreme deity, the feather serpent, is carrying title of the rulership on his body. Why he carries a title? Because I think this is a scene of the giving a title to someone who became the ruler of the next the generation. This is a succession scenes created by new rulers to me. So to me, it's a symbol of individualistic rulership given by the most important deities, which is a feather serpent.